module 3.2, creating a shopping campaign. Okay, so real quickly, here's some links for tips on setting up your shopping campaign. There are a lot of sort of best practices, lots of support out there from Google on how to set up your shopping campaign, what you should be doing. Um, for the most part, you don't need to worry about this just yet. I mean, I just wanted to provide this to you so you know it's there. You know you can get some more education if you wanted to. But for the most part, everything I'm going to show you now is going to allow you to get that shopping campaign set up. If you're spending, $5,000, $10,000 a month, yeah, you're definitely going to do a lot of this stuff in here. You're definitely going to use things like keyword targeting, or product segmentation, RSLA bidding. You want to do some advanced strategies really when you start spending. But really, just to get started, you don't need some of these advanced strategies. But here's some tips. If you want to look at them, if you want to go through them, here they are. Okay, so let's go into actually creating a shopping campaign. Okay, so we're back at AdWords. We've done everything in here, like setting up our account settings, linking accounts. Um, we can go in here, check to make sure that our merchant center is linked. We should see it is linked. Yep, we're good to go with that. So we've done all the account settings. We've done the conversion tracking. We've done billing. We're pretty much good to go. The next step is literally creating a campaign. Now, again, just so you remember, I am skipping this tutorial that walks you through adding your billing, doing all that type of stuff. It's just, in my opinion, easier to go straight to the source as opposed to going through all this stuff. Okay. So as you can see, this is a classic example of Google wanting to waste your money. If you set up a campaign like this, you're going to spend waste a lot of money. You definitely don't want to do this. So first step is go down here and select shopping. So we're going to create a shopping campaign. Okay, so let's go ahead and call this campaign all products, because we're going to advertise all the products that we have eligible to advertise within Google Merch Center. If you wanted to sort of segment products and do a lot of different stuff, or advertise only a few products, you could do that. But again, this is sort of basic stuff here. So our Merchant Center account's automatically linked because we've linked the account earlier, so we're good to go there. We want to change this to United States, so we are down all the way down at the bottom. Okay, next is shopping settings advanced. You don't need this, but these settings are used for more advanced campaigns or advanced accounts. If you had multiple campaigns or wanted to advertise different products, different campaigns, or use different keyword targeting or different targeting in general for different campaigns, you may use these type of settings. So, like for example, if you had let's say, campaign that only wanted to target certain terms, well, you'd use these campaign priority settings to target those specific products differently, those specific terms differently. If you wanted campaigns that were broken out in different product groups, or different product price points, or maybe you had values in your product data feed for that, sort of identified bestsellers. Okay, maybe you filtered in only bestsellers into one campaign. So these are advanced settings that you do not need at this stage. But like I said, if you're spending, a few $1,000s, $5,000, this is something you'd want to really consider to try to maximize your performance. So not needed at this stage. Again, we're just getting started. Going to spend a few $100 to see how things go. Okay, so networks. Networks is very, very important. Google will run your ads on the Google Search Network, which is like Google owned properties. They will also run your ads on other related sites. I don't know, I forget the list, but there's a list of like other sites that are not Google owned that they will show ads on. Okay, definitely recommend you unchecking this. Okay, the Search Partner Network will have typically a lower ROI than the Google network. So in some cases, if you have a very segmented account with lots of different Google Shopping campaigns, and one campaign is doing really, really well, maybe I'll add back in search partners. But for the most part, I leave it off to start, because it's going to have 90% of the time it has a lower ROI than search network. So we start with it off. So next is devices. We'll actually come back to this later when we adjust for mobile. Okay, so location. Location is pretty important. I only want to target people in the United States because that's where I'm running my ads. I can also exclude certain areas if I wanted to, but like let's say I wanted to do United States. Okay, I want to add, but I wanted to exclude Alaska. Let's exclude Alaska, and let's exclude Hawaii. Exclude. Okay, great. So now I'm done. I'm targeting the United States, but I don't want to show my ads in Hawaii or Alaska. Pretty simple. Location, I only want to target people in my target location. I don't want people in the UK or China or Mexico or wherever that happen to be searching the United States to see my ads. I only ship to people that are physically located in the United States. So people in my target location. So next is bid strategy. Bid strategy is obviously very important. A lot of people get confused in these automated bid strategies. For you, I wouldn't recommend it using any of these strategies. If you are a high volume account, definitely consider using targeted ROAS. Google released back in I think March or May some new features that really potentially could be pretty powerful because they can utilize um, the search data that they have across all accounts and also what the person's doing in order to automatically adjust bids based on your target ROS. So it's called Google Smart Bidding. You can look it up, but it's pretty powerful. But to start, definitely use manual CPC. I always leave this checked. Enhanced CPC just allows Google to change your bids a little bit based on what they feel is likely to create a conversion. It's an option. Half the people say uncheck it, half the people say check it. I just leave it checked, just for sake of leaving it checked. Default bid, let's just start with like 50 cents just to start. Budget, I don't know, let's just do $10 a day just to start. So delivery method, pretty important here. I just leave it at standard. Some people recommend doing accelerated. I just do standard. Google is pretty good at letting you know if you've maxed out your budget. If you have, just let Google sort of pick when it's going to show ads. If it's very maxed out, like you're spending $10 a day and Google says you should be spending like $100 a day, then you want to make some changes. It's you want to maybe limit your ads to a certain point of the day, or you don't want to let Google have that much control if there's that much of a difference. But generally, if you're spending, let's say $50 a day, and Google says you should be spending $60 a day, okay, great. I'll just let Google tweak, adjust my ads and bids and when they show my ads throughout the day, just for that, because I'm only missing a little bit of the available traffic. So none of this you need to worry about changing. You hit save and continue. Okay, so ad group, let's just call it all products. Okay, ad group creation. I'm going to start with one product group. So product groups, once you have your products in AdWords, you can actually break your products into different product groups. It's really, it's if you're selling, let's say, household goods, maybe you break things into groups based on like the room, kitchen, dining room, bathroom, garage, etc., etc. So you can break things up that way so you can sort of better see what's what and then bid maybe differently on those products. More advanced advertisers, what they can do, or what they'll often do, is we'll segment things based on maybe performance or historical performance or average order value or any variety of different metrics. So, for example, I have a client that sells sporting goods, and if someone's looking for a $3,000 kayak, I'm willing to bid on that a lot higher than the $30 piece that goes with the kayak. So there's some advanced stuff you can do with that. For the most part, right now, just go ahead and leave it at that. So that is it. So our campaign is created. This is a Google Shopping campaign, evident by the Google Shopping little icon here, little tag. Our campaign is set. Basically what we need to do next is wait a few days, get us a little traffic, and go from there. Now, I would recommend doing some test orders or doing some test searches to see if your products are showing, when they're showing, what terms they're showing for, stuff like that. But that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Next, I want to show you just a uh, Google Shopping campaign that actually has some data in it, has some numbers to look at, and so you can see what it looks like over the long term. So this is modveralighting.com. This is an e-commerce site that I own. This site has been running for quite a while. I think it was set up April 2015, but you can see that I have 3 shopping campaigns. I have a text ad campaign, and I have a remarketing campaign. Okay, I have 3 shopping campaigns to sort of apply some advanced strategies. I also have a couple ad groups in here, but in your case, you'll have 1 campaign, 1 ad group, and then you'll see all products right here. Now, it's very important that you consider bidding differently on different products. For example, I want to bid differently on this product because this is a really good product compared to this product, which is not. This product has a high conversion rate, has a higher average order value because it's a 6-pack. So I want to bid higher on this product. Now to do that, what you do, click this little pencil, and that opens up this window which allows you to subdivide your all products group into whatever you want. It's ID, brand, category. You can do custom labels, different channel, all types of stuff. In my case, what I want to do is just do by ID so I can see all the products here. So these are all the products, and then I can just literally click that one and adjust the bid. Let's say I want to adjust the bid. Oops, definitely don't want to do that. I want to do $1.20, and that is the new bid for this specific product. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of information how you can bid differently on different products. Again, it's very, very important you consider doing that to really maximize performance and show the products that you want to show. So the other thing I wanted to show you was the search terms. Now, if you remember way back in, I think it was like module 1.2, I mentioned the idea that Google Shopping doesn't use keywords. It uses the product titles. The product titles are what Google correlates to what the person's searching for. For example, if I'm searching for LED light bulb and LED light bulbs in the product title, Google's going to say, hey, those are related. It's a good chance that there'll be a good click-through rate, so I'm going to show it. If I'm searching for LED light bulb and the product title has red dress shoe, it's not related, Google's not going to show it. Okay, you're not using keywords like you would with a search campaign, okay? Or with a text ad campaign. Text ad campaign, you're specifically targeting keywords. In a Google Shopping, your product title is the keyword, right? So there's a whole bunch of advanced strategies on data feed optimization and putting keywords into your product titles to rank higher and all types of stuff, okay? That's a whole nother thing. It's just important at this stage. It's important to note that your product title is your keywords. So if you click over here to keywords, you won't see anything. What you will see is negative keywords and search terms, okay? Search terms are what people used to see or find your ad, okay? So this term, LED Edison bulb, was used by people to find our ad, okay? Google said, okay, this product title relates to LED Edison bulb, so I'm going to show the product. Google showed the product ad, the Google Shopping ad to person, and we got some traffic on that, okay? This, again, there's no keywords. The search terms are what people are using to find your product title. So if there's a term in here that you don't want to show for, and you say, okay, that's a junk term, I'm selling LED light bulbs, I don't want to show for LED lighting careers, okay, well then you have to add a negative keyword to not show. So for example, Walmart or Wink, I don't want to show, or 3000. We don't sell 3000 Kelvin color bulbs.
So I don't want to show if someone's looking for 3,000. Okay, Walmart. If someone's looking to buy at Walmart, I don't want to show, my ad for that. So I add those as negative keywords. So search terms, very, very important. A lot of people get hung up on this. I mentioned this earlier that your product title is your keyword. That's where your keywords are. So keep an eye on your search term. Apply negative keywords. Very important. Okay, so that sort of goes over everything I wanted to show you for the Google Shopping campaign setup. We walked you through how to set up the Google Shopping campaign, um, you know, by showing you on the SBA Supply account. Once you set it up, give it a few days. Get a little bit of traffic, get some clicks, get some impressions. Then come in here specifically to your keyword tab and see what search terms are shown. What terms are you getting traffic on? Do you need to add negative keywords? Okay. Also come in here and subdivide your products. Okay. Once you get all those products from Merchant Center into AdWords, and you get a little traffic, just click that pencil, segment how you want to segment. If you have lots of brands, and let's say you wanted to segment maybe by brand, however you want to do it, just gives you a little bit more data in order to get the most out of your Google Shopping campaign. So that concludes module 3.2. Next up will be module 3.3, where it go over some of the best practices and areas where you need to make adjustments, or where you should be making adjustments in order to spend your money wisely and also maximize performance. All right.